Welcome back to the Drive Time News. Derek Hanson with you on the Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO. It's a Wednesday. It's good to have a Weather Watch Wednesday on a Wednesday with Chief Meteorologist Too Tall Tom Szymanski. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, in some places it could be a wild weather Wednesday.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Places, not all, but some.
Well, I got a little bit of a light show on my way in this morning. It was a nice little kind of like a fireworks show up in the sky a little bit. And I mentioned this to Rob.
Were you scared?
No, not really, actually.
Okay.
I know that a lot of people are really afraid of lightning.
I get it, and with good reason.
Yeah, for sure. And I know someone who was struck with lightning. And
not good.
Well, it was almost like, like it was microwaved his muscles, you know what I mean? And he was in pain and he's sadly passed now, but it was quite a deal. He was in a lot of pain after that.
People test that theory.
No, not at all. Got struck by a motorcycle. So when he was on a motorcycle on a trip. So it was really a scary thing for sure. But yeah, I get concerned about it. Obviously, I'm not going to stand and hold on to like a metal tower or anything during that time.
I will not hold my 5-iron as high as I can on the fairway when there's a thunderstorm coming.
It's safe to say that's probably a good advice to take for a lot of people. But so that was. But I mentioned this to Robbie and Doug this morning. The thing I love the most is I took my pickup in this morning, not the commuter car, and I had some bugs and some debris from birds and all that, and now it's all gone. I mean, there's nothing better than windshield wipers, driving 7 miles an hour on the interstate, and then having that natural rain get that off, because it's hard. I mean, I can squeegee at the gas station all I want, but you almost got, it's like you need a putty knife to get some of that stuff off.
You need a pressure washer. Mother Nature's own pressure washer.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like this morning.
Going 70 on the freeway, that's a pressure washer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure you hear that a lot, though. It is nice. I mean, you can clear off your car pretty quickly.
It's hard work getting all that stuff. Oh, there's no question.
Well, the bugs are starting to reappear. Have you seen that? They're starting to become amongst us now that we've got a little bit of moisture. I've always said that,
but I prefer the bugs over the snow, so bring them on.
Well, you kind of just have to know, right? Like, my family sometimes will sit by the fire. I'm like, I'm just going to wait till that little drop where they kind of go away, right? There's like that witching hour there about 9 o'clock or so before really kind of everything settles down. Then they kind of go away, but unless it's muggy all night long. But they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. 'Tis a season for that. But, again, I'll take it over the other. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, we were still talking frost freeze, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah,
for that's sure. Crazy how we've shifted it over. And now that we are with much warmer temperatures, that opens the door for thunderstorms, and some which could be strong. That'll happen again today and into the first part of the nighttime tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at, right? Yeah. I mean, we are in June. This is kind of, I will say, I mean, June, the past, 10 years or so hasn't been as volatile as like the late 90s and early 2000s. It seemed like June was just getting washed out all the time, right?
Except in terms of heavy rain. Last year, of course, we had that terrible tornado outbreak at the end of June.
Awful.
Enderlin is the headliner on that. June is the wettest month of the year by average, okay? Mm-hmm. So June is number 1 and July is number 2. So and the reason being why it's the wettest all the time is because a lot of times those rain totals are obtained through thunderstorms, which can produce a lot of rain in a short period of time. But June, as you talked about too, can be spotty. Some places down the road could get a ton of rain, whereas you may get very little. So it's a localized thing in a lot of cases too.
Yeah, and that's kind of the, starting with this morning, it's been kind of the case all day long, as you mentioned, right? I mean, just kind of be here, there, everywhere. Like I think in the southern part of Fargo, whatever, this morning, there was a little bit of rain, hardly any in North Fargo at all. I mean, that's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Well, that's the case. Working this morning, I looked outside the studio here during the 5-6 o'clock hour, and nothing. You can see to the east the clouds, and you can see the rain and the rain shafts and the lightning and all that. Then I checked my security cams at home, and I looked at the radar too. It showed rain, and yes, pouring rain at my place in Southeast Moorhead, which is okay. I'll take the rain because my yard is a little bit thirsty. So selfishly speaking, I was kind of happy about that.
It's funny how many times I've been working in Fargo. I get back out to the lake that night, and there's pools of water everywhere. I'm like, how much rain do we get out here? Near Pelican Rapids, they got plenty, and we didn't get any in Fargo Moorhead. So that's the line can be that rigid, I guess.
That's why people will ask me, well, how much rain am I going to get in my house tonight or tomorrow? And I'm like, well, I honestly don't know, because your house could get an inch, whereas your neighbor that lives a half mile away might get a drop. So, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's 'tis the season of having that. Well, snow can do that too, right? I mean, we've seen that before.
It can do that, although usually not quite as crazy in terms of the amount difference. But I remember one time, a few years ago, Argusville, I think, had 16 inches of snow, whereas in Fargo there was 1.
Yeah, that's something.
So, how much snow am I going to get at my house? Well, anywhere from 1 to 16 inches,
Yeah, just drive north on I-29. You could have seen a little bit more.
All the snow you wanted in that case.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But we don't have any of that.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as we get into June 2, and one thing I noticed this morning coming in, and certainly this bright sky, you think about how many times we do the drive time news, and it's dark, and now, I mean, last night I could not fall asleep, and I looked out and the sun was still setting at 9:30. Oh, it's just glorious. I love these late summer nights.
I think the official latest sunset on the solstice is right around the solstice, and for a little while after is 9:26, somewhere in there. And we're right around the earliest sunrise, which is going to be at like 5:33. So you do the math there. That's a lot of daylight coming up. So we still have some light to gain. We're going to start getting shorter toward the end of the month. But I don't know about you, but I don't even notice it until we get, say, toward the end of July, and I'll say, the days are getting a little shorter, but you don't really notice it till the end of August.
That's really when I notice it. I mean, because we host so many people because we're in proximity to, the old country festival by Detroit Lakes, and that's where I know it's like the first weekend of August. I'm like, it's starting to drop. Okay, yeah. And then football season comes in late August, and then high school football. What? The sun's setting about 7 o'clock. Yeah, so that's when I really notice it for sure. Once the high school.
Football time, yeah. I should run this by you, too, changing the subject here, and it's going to make you really excited. June 6th, 2009, 4 inches of snow in Dickinson.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I just had to tell you that. I was discussing that on the Tidbit show yesterday with Amy and JJ, and then I mentioned it to Doug Lear in the morning, too. Yes, the snowiest June day ever.
That's crazy. I did not realize that.
I remember that day very well. It was horrible, but it didn't stick around very long.
No, I'm sure not. I just saw a thing that Denver got a bunch over the weekend, I think. But
that's not unusual in
right.
the mountains. Not unusual at all for them to get that. But out here, sure.
I can't imagine. I don't want to see it again until late November.
With a lot of confidence, I can look at you right now and say, we will not see any more this summer.
That's good. Well, anyway, we'll get kind of through all this stormy activity, and it's going to be kind of off and on like this for a little bit, right? I mean,
today, obviously going on in some places now and into the pre-midnight hours tonight. Once again, Friday, there could be some scattered stuff, and then Saturday and Sunday right now look dry. So it looks like a good weekend with warm temperatures. Sunday, I think we're going to be around or above 90.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so nice day Sunday.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.
Windy, though.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Heat and wind pretty much kind of go hand in hand sometimes around here in the summer, for sure. Thank you, Tom. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
Too Tall Tom Szymanski with us, our Weather Watch Wednesday with our chief meteorologist on the Drive Time News. Derek Hanson with you. Let's get to Rusty Halverson in the Ag News.